Hello, I just woke up. I was going downstairs and I noticed there was a gargoyle in the stairs. I haven't vlogged too much today, but I have now edited the vlog for today, which is uploading on YouTube, and it's programmed to be posted at 7. Then, what else did I do? I made some ramen that you saw in the vlog, I think. You only saw a little video of it and maybe a picture, but it was quite nice. I thought the broth was a normal broth that my dad made with some beef, celery, onion and carrots. And then on the side I thinly sliced some onions and then thinly sliced some carrots as well. And then I cooked down some pancetta to render the fat. You use bacon, also because like I'm trying to make ramen, it's not an Italian recipe, I'm just using Italian stuff because I'm here. But then I rendered the fat out of the pancetta so that it could cook there. And then I added my thinly sliced onions and carrots, but it was a bit dry, on the dry side, so I added some butter as well. Then I let it go a bit. After it got a bit more soft, I added some salt, stirred it in, and then at that point I added some red wine, some really dark red wine, rendered it down again. At that point I could smell the butter, and I was thinking, oh, this smells like French cuisine, because in Italy it's more common to use olive oil rather than butter, while the butter with the carrots and onions really smelled like French cuisine. So I was like, let me use red wine as well. Not that we don't use red wine, we do it in Italy as well, but I don't know, red wine makes my mind go directly to French cuisine, like beef bourguignon. I don't know if the pronunciation was correct, but you know what I mean. And at that point I let the alcohol evaporate, and then I added some flour, stirred it in, some milk, stirred it in, and then a bit of the broth to like add some texture. And at the end I added some chicken as well, like chicken from yesterday that my mom made yesterday, that was in the fridge, but I was like, yeah, let me add it in. So this mixture I put on the bottom of the bowl. Initially I put it on a plate, but I thought this is not gonna fit the broth and everything, so I then transferred it to a bowl that was on the bottom. Then I added some spaghetti. Unfortunately I didn't have any noodles nor the time to make them from scratch, so I used the spaghetti that I boiled in water and salt. And at that point I had the base that I just described, the spaghetti on top, and then I added some broth on top. And then I mixed the broth with the base. One thing I forgot to mention about the base is I also added some honey, because I thought, this will fit well. And it did. It was amazing. I really liked. Sometimes I got some hits of carbonara, and I was like, what's tasting like carbonara? And it was the pancetta, of course, which of course it's not guanciale, but sometimes you use pancetta if you don't find guanciale. But that was the ramen. It was very nice. Then I wanted to try and make some more complex videos, so not exactly vlogs, or maybe something for the vlog as well. So I had set up this chair here to sit here, and I have my parallels from working out that are here, just resting on the side, and I wanted to use them as tripods for my camera. This camera I had for a long time, but I had it here in Italy, so I haven't used it for any of these vlogs, and I wanted to use it, but before using it actually I thought, maybe I'll use my microphones that I bought back in Stockholm, but the microphone battery was dead, so I couldn't use them. So now they're charging. Maybe they're ready to be used now, because they were charging for the whole afternoon. And yeah, I wanted to attach them to the camera and see if I can make something proper. Yeah, but that was it. As you can probably tell, I'm feeling way better. I don't have a stomachache anymore. I have a bit of a cold, but it's way less annoying than the stomachache, to be honest. So I'm hyped. Hello, I'm now going to bed. I was hyped, but I didn't feel anything else. I made some dinner with my mom. It wasn't anything fancy, we just microwaved or put in the oven some frozen stuff, so nothing crazy. Then we watched a Christmas movie together, and that was really nice. I wasn't really watching it together because she fell asleep like right away, so I watched it. She slept, and then now, since it was over, we just went to bed. And now I think I'll go to bed as well. So, good night.